Hey guys, and welcome back to another Minetest video, and this is an OpenAI update. And as you can see, there's just trees floating around everywhere. And what that's all about is now mobs can build structures. And let's get Santa out of here because he's causing a lot of issues, spawning items everywhere. And let's unload all those chunks because Santa just spawned so many items. But if we spawn a sheep, he has 3 states. Well, all the mobs do for now. 0 is standing still. 1 is walking around at random velocities. And 2, which is the state he's in now, is to build a structure. And the structure I have loaded into the memory right now is the jungle tree. And what happens is when state 2 is chosen, the game loads up the Minetest schematic. It turns it, or it serializes it, and then I run it and then return the table value into a localized value. And if you're ever wondering about how to turn Minetest, I just had a brain fart, but the schematic files. If you're wondering how to use a schematic file and convert it into a table in the game while the game is running, you can look at the building class of OpenAI, because I finally figured out how to do that. But yeah, as you can see, they just walk around, stand still, and build stuff, and it is just a mess. And he is overwriting the tree he already built. They tend to do that. They'll just run state 2 like 3 or 4 times before they finally move away from it, and then they'll walk back and like do it again. And that is totally random, but it seems to keep happening over and over again for no reason. But if we build if we spawn a couple of these, then they'll probably lag the game like crazy, because this is not optimized in the slightest bit. And they're all overwriting each other's structure, which is not good. And they're going to trap me in here. Oh my goodness. Alright, get out of here. Walk over there. Get. There you go. But this is a prototype for villagers. And what villagers are going to do is build villages. When they're done, they're going to spawn another villager, and the village is going to exponentially grow. And what's going to realistically happen is if I force load the chunk that the house is in, then essentially what could happen, or if I force load the chunk that the villager is in, and the chunk that he's building in, or chunks that he's building in, depending on the size of the house, um, essentially you could have villages that just grow huge as the server is running without anybody around. And that would be pretty cool, actually, especially if you had blacksmiths and like medics and stuff, and like, I don't know, like witches, stuff like that. But yeah, as you can see, these guys are making just a mess. It's a good farm, but it is just a mess. They're like building so many. They're creating a jungle biome over here. Let's spawn. Let's spawn like 20 of them. This is gonna end so badly. Spawn 20. 20 is not a registered mob. Well, thank you for telling me that. And having a lot of villagers spawning or building a lot of structures at once, since it's so poorly optimized for now, since I'm just doing set node a bunch of times, is not good. As you can see, it's lagging. I'm getting 30 frames per second, but it is what it is for now. Now let's get out of this chunk and unload everything. And let me just showcase one more time about how this works. So what the sheep will do, or any mob will do for now, because every mob has this loaded in, including fish. So if you're running this as of January 9th to whenever I make it so only villagers have the ability to build structures. Um, Fish will randomly build stuff in the water, and let's show that off. Just have them in here. This is gonna be ridiculous. Trying to jump out of the water. Oh, he's building a tree. He's building a tree. That's wonderful. Let's just spawn 10 of them down here. This is going to end so badly. Yep, just as I thought. They're building trees underwater. And you know, now that I think about it, I don't understand why Minetest doesn't have underwater trees. I mean, that would add so much to the underwater environment, because you'd be like, oh, and not only that, but like sunken boats. And even if they're just boat entities that are a copy of the normal boat entity that just don't float, or they're like a node box or something, that'd be pretty cool to have underwater things that you could find. But as you can see, these guys are building their own cover for those people out there that fish. And yeah, they're just kind of going crazy. And it's getting interesting. This actually looks pretty cool. And well, I don't understand why there's just a random node here. It's kind of like, and I missed it. I missed it. Why? But yeah, guys, that's about it. If you want to look at the code to see how I managed to turn a schematic file into an actual usable table in the game, you can look at the building class of OpenAI. And if you want to test this out and just create a mess of a world, then feel free to download it and feel free to contribute anything you'd like. The GitHub page is open, and I've already committed 2 other people's changes to the game, so feel free. And yeah, that's about it for now, guys. I'm going to probably get off here and go to sleep, and have a nice night. I'll see you in the next video.